What's going on? What's going on, family? I am just checking in to see if anybody got anything on their mind. I know my thoughts are all over the place. I don't know if that's because a lot of people thinking things and there's just a lot going on in the air, and I'm feeling a lot of energy, but I definitely want to tap into uh, whatever that was going on at this time because I'm feeling a lot of energies from all over the place. I'm not really sure who has some particular things on their mind, but if you are open to sharing with me, I just want to see who was up and wanted to build. I did jump over there with Chris panel. They were talking about and um, I just decided that I wanted to talk about some other things. So just wanted to see who was actually up and gonna play a song or two, see if anybody comes in. If not, I'll just speak with. Just pay attention. Just so here we go. How was I supposed to be humble? Were you the one though? What? Yeah, play a little bit of my girl. Y'all know she tough. Ciroc, I don't know if y'all on to her, but she spits so much truth and light in her little music. The little beats be popping and it's fire. That's all I want to say. All right. Basically, there is so much on my mind. I've been thinking so much about this Oregon energy I have talked to you guys about, and some of the things that have been going on in the energy waves, in the airwaves, and the frequencies that have been vibrating through the air. As of lately, it's just real crazy. We have to try to get our minds together, guys, as far as like figuring out where we want to go and what we're doing because we have so little time left. People think that, there's like so much time in the day. There's so much time that we have to do certain things that we want to do or accomplish or get done in our lives. Um, not knowing when your life will be ended, not knowing when it may be interrupted with any plans that you have, so on and so forth. So I think it's very, very key and important because I've been hearing from a lot of people that have been planning things, wanting to do things, have certain things in mind, and things aren't working out the way they want to, this, and that. You guys really have to manifest what you want. If things are not going your way, it's because of the things that you have in your environment or your circumference. Um, this is just something that popped in my head. I haven't had a lot of things in my mind, but I'm just going to talk very briefly, play some of my music. That's what I was doing for the past like 20, 30 minutes since I've been home. Um, and yeah, that's just about it. So what I'm going to do is do a little bit of that, jump in between whatever's on my mind. But yeah, people, you got to get your minds together for what you want. This is a time to start foundations, building things. If you have an idea, any type of talent, whatever you have, make use of it. Don't waste it. Don't sit and let the days pass where you're not able to do anything to manipulate. Um, Something that may be beneficial to you, your family, so on and so forth. We just got to really start being in tune with what's going on and know what to do with the things that we have for growth. So I'm just going to say that, that part of it. That's it, just quick, short topic, that's what I was thinking about. And right now I'm just going to play another one of my jams from my girl. And hopefully y'all like it. If not, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, here we go. All right, Robert Jones, thanks so much for joining me, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and just play a little bit of something that I wanted to play. Here we go. Gotta play Ciroc one more time, guys. This girl knows she too fire. When I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define the kid. No, I'm not flawless, I'm scarred up in the kindness. My body off the laundry, this is all the best of kindnesses, but I still and shit won't be free. Cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap for simply. And mom told me stay woke, cause all gold ain't listening. Choose your words wisely, cause I all know it's listening. But no worry, I'm Gucci, my data, no juicy, my data, no awkward, my idol, still moving, my life is a movie, like writing, one okay, I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me, my man, the cop consumes me, you ain't assuming, I consume me, it's the marvel, I have one to even clothing, causing to me, and my strength is now including, that is not straight for my own, sign is still for my situation, tell the truth. I was in there until like all my time to wake up my malady. Right now, for makes like holy fights. I still don't know everything, but I get some lessons from eight. My lessons is
obsession. Seems like you took me right. Trust me, this my kill. Fuck your couch. And I'm all these words, tests, but these scowling me. Shut your mouth. Touch me, the flood of the squad. Teams, the queens coming to proof your reach. Coming for all of your asses, plus your house. I know it's evidence. No time for pretending. I was 14 years old, voicing pills on my toe, so my baby fat to many. Still got these scars from cutting my wrist when I thought the life was finished. Now they remind me what my nose look like, that I know the sky's the limit. Okay, never planned to be perfect. That's an impossible dream. I'm just saying that I'm working. That's the responsible thing. Spend half my life trying to find my life on outside forces. Why the only voice that mattered came from me. You better shine on, baby, you a star. You better be who you are. Forever, stay with friends and your heart. Forever, you so damn fine. You better shine on, baby, you a star. You better be who you are. Forever, stay with friends and your heart. Forever, you so damn fine. Just the way you are. I wish to a question that's too masculine. And her content was too excessive. Just relax a bit. She said she tired, that's narcissistic, just a fact of it. Now I already act with female rappers, that shit stand for this. Glad I learned early not to internalize every ego. Daddy told me with every opening that comes to speak them. And he would rather she sometimes than popularize the thinker. Why them lacking occupants chasing cats, I'm trying to speak them. Right now, we see Caramelo, apparel, maybe vintage. Metal composer, warriors, and as we first became a vintage. Went through too much hair to not be five, but they still painted ignorant. So now I came to clip my just to with remaining interest. Baby, I'm a star without the flash, straight my fences. Came out the dark, the up inside, it came upon my entry. Kept it 100, best around the kingdom of the century. Business now I'm aimed to pop off to my mental chambers empty. I'm unbothered, your status is irrelevant. I'm like F around and rock a body, all this for the hell of it. They've been trying to monitor me for ages cause my memory moves. And now I'm so confused, face niggas slanted on my head. I do, I'm letting my game scatters, my mood, savage, that dangerous, kind of my moves and matters, my range is stylish and day, the silence like rain, the colors they blazing. Trails through planets, all hell is kind of amazing. That's right, we'll call it self-love. Discovered I was low with angels like I'm skilled. And you could call me arrogant if that's gonna help you. They're trying to knock me down, you feel, but this is fell, bruh, fell, bruh, fell, bruh. You better shine on a better, you a star. You better be who you are. Forever, stay with friends in your heart. Forever, you so damn fine. Just the way you better shine on a better, you a star. You better be who you are. Forever, stay with friends in your heart. Forever, you so damn fine. Just the way you better shine on a better, you a star. You better be who you are. Forever, stay with friends in your heart. Forever, you so damn fine. Just the way you better shine on a better, you a star. You better be exactly who you are. Forever, stay with friends in your heart. Forever, you so damn fine. Just the way you are.
Yeah, yeah. So boom, you know what I'm gonna talk about now? Something I was just thinking about, the moon. I've been having a lot of interaction with the moon lately. It's been like real crazy. I'm hearing different things about it. I tried to do what do you call it? A debate with Brother Sanchez. He said he would do the debate with me, but he has yet to fulfill that promise. So I'm gonna call him out on that right now while I'm speaking on his name. Yeah, on the moon. Just to talk briefly about the moon. The moon is the exact size disk that covers the sun when it comes to eclipse. When they say that we're having a so-called eclipse, right? And the amazing thing about that, the sun is like 400 times the size of the moon, or larger than the moon, right? Um, so they say that what happens is the diameters of when the eclipse happens and the shadow from the way the Earth is angled, they say that it's perfectly aligned in orbit in a spot to eclipse the sun, which sounds kind of crazy. How does it block the sunlight is my question now. As bright as the sun is, the energy, the solar energy that the sun gives off, everything that it is to this entire universe, what amazes me is how could it possibly cover the entire light of the sun with a very small casted moon? If it is covered, you would see maybe a dark spot on a circular space on Earth or something of the sort, but it would not cover the entire thing. That's just one question. that somebody has to ask themselves. The other thing about that is seeing the different things that have happened with the moon and the different things that go on with the moon and its frequency and energy that it gives off is another thing to talk about. Um, I just think that we need to think a little bit more outside of the box and stop being confined to a lot of the things that we read in these books. A lot of things that we're told from astrological point of views, like NASA. You know, they tell us certain things, but they're a paid organization. They get paid for telling certain stories. They get paid for saying that they've done certain things. You know, they get paid for a lot of different things that we have to understand may not be beneficial to telling us the truth. Because if a lot of the things we understood were the truth, they would not be able to fund these different organizations. Homeless, bro. Oh, let me drop the link in case somebody want to jump up. And yeah, so I just think that it's phenomenal how they will have all these different things going on, and they're getting paid for it, but we really don't see any actual, anything actually going on. They oh, we're going up into space. They show you this capsule that shoots off, it goes into the water. This happens every time. It never fails. So I'm just wondering, how does it go to space or get into outer space if it goes down into the water? Um, that's just one thing that I'm wondering about. So I just had that in my mind as far as that. Welcome, bro. What's going on with you?
Hey, what's going on, sir? You can hear me?
Yeah. Yep, I can hear you clear.
All right, good. Got these new headphones. They're working good. All right.
Dad, you sound
What's up?
clear too. They sure working good. That's the
Okay,
loudest
that's
I
good.
ever heard you, bro.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I just jumped on here real quick. I've been thinking about so much stuff, and one thing that's on my mind, I want to really do a very particular live on about that Liberia thing. This brother, out of the blue, from Solar Vision, I be getting on his panel sometime, and he did one today, and he was saying how he did a debate and he lost against Taz Exclusive. I'm like, oh yeah, they fans of his over there. You ain't gonna win against him, whether it was good or not. And he was bringing up what his debate was about. I think I don't want to lie on the title, but it was something about should we combine our efforts with Africa and start to go there and try to build versus staying here, where they try to kill us, this and that, blah blah blah. So that was their debate. His premise was, yes, we should. We should be trying to see what's going on, move to other areas since we're not really welcome here, and we're treated like outsiders here. Let's go to a land where it's our people and build things there, blah 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 blah. Before I get into the big part about that, bro, what do you think about that first off? When you hear that,
Yeah.
I know besides what we think about, the land and all that stuff, just in a general sense.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, as far as like, if you want to speak on legal terms and like it being easier to go over there and do things without getting, by their government, because they basically allow you to. I mean, as far as agriculture and building, they allow you to pretty much do what you want to do
Hmm.
over there. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of countries, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I got people in South Africa, and they tell me this shit all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can come out there, people out there just go out there and get some land and just start building. You know what I'm saying? People do that type of stuff all the time out there. Like, they not really stopping. Out here in America, you're supposed to have if you build anything on US soil, you got to be connected to the city water and the city power. You know what I'm saying? That's the allegedly that's the supposed to be the code or whatever. They can supposedly shut you down if you ain't going by that code. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So they are basically just,
Uh,
no matter what
on
you say, under their control.
only way around it though is if you lineage to the Aboriginal or the original Americans or Indians, whatever you want to call them.
Right,
And you
right.
and you find out you have actual land here, then they actually can't do anything to you on your land. You can do whatever you want with your buildings and your schools. You can do everything with.
Right. And that's
So
why
that's
the
that's that's the
Aboriginals
good
and
thing about that. So It's like, do you want to go to Africa and do that, or do you want to get your paperwork together over here and then you can get you some free land? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
but you know what I'm saying? It's like your choice, what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now check this out. On the same that, and you're right about that because I'm kind of half and half because it's like with what's
Hmm.
going on now with the indigenous people and everything, that's an opportunity, right? But what he
Hmm.
brought up and something I hadn't heard of, and the reason I asked you that because I want to see if you knew about this. He brought up to me about Liberia. Now I've heard about Liberia, of course, we hear about certain places or whatever, but do you know that what their constitution is about and what they stand for? And like the big significance of that being like a really standalone sovereign country.
I haven't looked into it personally. I think I've heard about it before, but
Okay,
yeah,
so
but I
when it
looked
comes to
at
that, bro, right? They are indigenous people, right? That back
it.
in the 1800s, they left here, the United
Hmm.
States, because the shit that we're going through right now, right? Everything was going on then, and they start bringing in the United States government up for the United States Corporations of America and all that stuff. So what they did, they got together and they said, we're leaving, we're not with it, y'all gonna come here, y'all taking over our land, killing our people, this is injustice, we're not gonna stand for this. Why would we stay here, study, live here, and feed into the land, and y'all doing all this stuff? We gonna leave and go liberate ourselves somewhere else. So they left and they
Hmm.
went there, and this is how Liberia came into its own continent and country. So they are the only country. This is why they say it's a racist country. They're the only country where if you want to come there to be a citizen, you have to be an indigenous black person. You have to be. You cannot be nothing but an indigenous person. So now where we're sitting up here saying we need our own place, we need our own this, we need our own that, blah, 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 right? We're sitting there saying that, but it's people, our ancestors that are already built the place for us. All we gotta do is go over there and build there.
Hmm.
So all these
So,
people that are going like to Ghana and all these places, they must not know about this, brother. Why nobody? We was man, that live man we had earlier was so deep. We was talking about, it, and I was telling them how so many people are agents is what I'm understanding. I'm so new to this YouTube community, and it's
mhm.
easy to be fooled and manipulated and not understand or understand what's going on with certain people and their agendas. So with a lot of these people in there with their agent mindset, because what they're doing is focused on what they have in mind, their selfish nature, and they don't understand. It's not so much that they working for the government or working for some police agent. When I say agent, in their mind, they don't understand where they're taking away from our people by not giving them privy information, stuff that's going to be beneficial. They're talking about stuff that's insignificant all the time, or they arguing, they this, they that, whatever they're doing, but you're not bringing up stuff that's going to be helping our people. Here we always talking about we need to build something together. Here they have a foundation where all we gotta do is go lay some bricks, basically. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that this isn't a big thing in the black community. Why aren't people talking about this? Why aren't we pulling together and saying, "Man, let's pull some dollars together. Let's go over there and let's just build." I mean, I'm just saying. I don't understand. I never even knew this or heard this before, so it's new
Oh
to
yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's a couple places in Africa. Like I know Ghana. They said a while back, basically you can go over there and they give you like free citizenship or whatever in Ghana. Any American or what they would call African American, you
Hmm.
can go over there and get free citizenship in Ghana. And
Right. My friend moved to Ghana. I know,
mhm.
but it's not, think about it, brother. They're under a government though. They're
Exactly. It's like a whole, it's like the same thing all over again.
right. But in Liberia, the difference there, right? They believe in self-governing, what we always talking about. Self, being in
Yeah.
control. That's what they stand is.
Hmm.
So that's a big thing, bro. That's a huge thing. And I don't understand like why this isn't something that is like these people that have a lot of money, or like, remember like how Dr. Umar, oh, I'm building this school. You all this money you was taking from people to so-called build a school, man. You could have went over there and built buildings.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
These
saying?
ain't really, yeah, that
You
shit just
what?
publicity type of thing, bro. They don't really be doing that shit. I know, like I said,
Exactly.
I know a dude that was talking to Umar Johnson personally, and he had a building to give him for free, and Dr. Umar never responded to him. So
No.
yeah, so that's how you know it's some bullshit. Like in Atlanta, he had a whole building for this man, and he was like, "Yeah, you can come out here and use this building for free." And the dude ain't never respond. So
Oh
he
my
he he
God.
wasn't he wasn't serious about that shit. Like
Well, of
I'm saying,
course he was serious.
yeah. But we like
All
I
I
said, we
know
can
is
do that
like
shit ourselves, man.
exactly.
It's
And
it's
that's what
so many so many
what
different
they do.
schools and like home schools and shit out here and all that shit. Like people starting their own shit out here.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's the best way. That's what we got to be doing. We got to be teaching our kids so they know the real truth. First off.
Hmm. That part is what I'm saying. Cause I know like in Georgia right now, like the they don't require a curriculum as far as homeschooling goes. So
Oh, really?
basically, yeah, they used to. They it's like I think like last year they took it off. Yeah, they don't require a curriculum. Basically, you can just teach them basically whatever they got to take the GED or whatever at the end, but as long as they pass that, that's the.
That's it.
Hmm.
See, that's good.
So this the time where we can really be getting together and doing that.
Why this thing show? Oh, I think I got this background up. Let me see. I'm looking like, why I don't see nobody? Leave this
Niggas
thing.
probably sleep.
I was playing with the
Probably
little
too.
screens and stuff. Take this off.
Mhm.
Oh, yep, that's what it was. So that's the background.
Yeah, you ain't got no new pictures or nothing, man. No signs.
I do, bro. Listen, me and sis, Cosmo Kid, we was supposed to do a video
Mm.
2 days ago. Do you know my grandbaby was over here, right? So I told my grandson to put my laptop over like on the side because the babies they be jumping on the bed playing and stuff. So I told him to move it over there. When he put it over there, the cord was kind of bent. Do you know when I get my laptop, I'm like, what the heck? I moved the cord, the whole cord then like kind of bent, like so I had like an older computer, so it's probably like warped a little bit. Maybe it was dried out, so the way it was bent, it just cracked it. So now I
Mm.
can't even charge it. I just
Mm.
ordered a new the new
New
cord for it.
charger.
Yeah, it should be here by tomorrow or Wednesday. I said I can't wait because I got some good ones, bro. Wait till you see these.
Hmm.
Definitely got some good ones. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and she gonna go through. You know how she can like describe this stuff real good. So she said she gonna
Hmm.
do that with me. So that's gonna be a nice one. I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, she be sun gazing. I be following this dude who be sun gazing. What's his name on YouTube? Grim Nasty. I
Grib
don't know.
nasty.
Yeah, Grim Nasty. Yeah, you gotta check him out.
I'll check them out.
He like a what he called it like advanced sun gazer. That's what he called it. But yeah, he be going deep with the shit like.
Really?
Hmm. Like bro be like, and like when you he be describing shit like how you see the shit, the trees and shit like a face
Mm.
and you know what I'm saying, all that type of shit. He be
Oh, you
seeing
talking?
like when he be recording, you can see all of that shit. Well, I be seeing that shit. I
Listen,
guess
I swear it sound like this dude named Damon I used to know on Facebook years ago. Man, they used to keep blocking that dude, and they was blocking me because I was putting out different information on like the melanin, the light spirit, the light body, frequency, energy. Man, I used to be going so hard, J man, like about 8, 9 years ago, and they used to start. I'm like, why are they blocking me? I'm just talking about this, and that, but I never knew how powerful that information was. And then once I started seeing, I'm like, oh. But this dude, when I say he the one taught me about like calling the sun to you, like pulling the sun to you. This
oh
dude,
yeah,
yeah, he listen, bro. When I first
I
seen
do
him
that
do
all the
it, I'm looking
time.
like, what is this? This is crazy. I didn't even understand it until I got into it, and I'm like, it's so easy. But it was crazy. And then the same thing with what you were saying, like he'll show you the pictures, like he'll be like, look at this. You'll be looking right, and it's like what you see. And it's like, I'll see it. I'm like, am I seeing such a thing? He'll be like, yep, that's it. That he'll be in the water. He'll be finding pictures and faces and bodies, like literally the
Hmm.
whole form in rocks. And yo, this dude used to be tripping me out.
Oh yeah, I know you seen the mountain ranges and shit that look like the whole like a lady laying down and stuff. Right? You seen that, right?
Yes, yes,
They got
yes.
all of
So,
that different
bro,
type of stuff.
I got so many of them. Wait, what's the
Hmm
name? I'm gonna write that name down because I want to look this dude up. I wonder if it's the same guy and he got a different name on YouTube. What you said the name was?
Grim, nasty.
Grim Nasty. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, bro, be going there.
Even just that he do that though, I want to see because that's very interesting.
Yeah, he be breaking down. He breaking down a lot, like a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? You might not agree with everything he say, but like I said, I be fucking with him on the sun gaze and tip. But you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
he
if
he,
he
he
into the
far
sun
out.
gaze,
He
yeah.
out there. Yeah, he out there. You know what I'm saying?
So, I see what you're saying. Yeah, some be so deep. It's like I don't want to say it's too deep, but it
He
be
be
reaching
going
for
there.
me. It be kind of
Yeah.
reaching for me, you know.
It be the reference for me because he like a I mean he a copper color, you know, melanated guy, but
Mhm.
he got a lot of, you could tell he been around a lot of you know what I'm saying, the other I'm saying he been around a lot of
Okay,
what,
okay,
you know what I'm saying,
right.
but
Based off what he's saying, this or that or blah blah.
but he well versed, he you know what I'm saying, but it's just yeah. You might can catch on with him. He just, you know, he talk real fast. You know, he a cool dude. Yeah,
Mm. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's phenomenal because you know how we be talking about the energy and the water and stuff. That's I believe in the like it can even like form certain things, certain spirits be in it. You know, people can consume these things or whatever. That might sound a
Mm.
little out there, but I really believe that.
Yeah, for sure. They say if it's out there, you can consume that.
Mm-hmm. Pull it right on there, and that water is the first thing that's going to be the easiest thing to manipulate in your body because you water.
Hmm Yeah, that's why they try to tap into it, man. That's the, with the vibrations, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with the music and the TV and this, you know what I'm saying, the different waves they throwing at a nigga, you know, radio waves, TV waves, Wi-Fi waves, you know what
Don't
I'm
even know which way to go. All just going all over the place. Frequencies everywhere. Just
saying? They throwing your water inside all off, you know what I'm saying? That's why they try to. I be trying to sleep with the you know, they say you're supposed to sleep with the Wi-Fi off at night.
mm-hmm.
I noticed that helped my dreams too. I be dreaming more when I remember to do that shit. Well, I remember
Right.
my dreams. Yeah, I can remember them easier.
Need
Yeah.
those EMF blocking sheets too to put over like technical stuff just because it be emitting certain radiation and frequency still searching for the connection and stuff like that unless you
Mm.
unplug all that stuff. You know, it's a
Yeah, I
habit
unplugged
you
from the
have to get
wall.
into. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think about doing that. It is important to do that stuff
Hmm
just so we ain't manipulating it in our dreams because that's when we the weakest.
hmm Exactly. Being in that REM state,
Mm, mm,
you
mm.
deep, man.
And this terraforming shit that's been going on in the sky. I don't know how it's been looking where you at, bro. It's been when I say crazy here,
What you mean?
like like I literally I just happened to look up as I always do, and it looked at like a city behind another city, like in the clouds. The clouds literally were like forming like looking like a whole city. Like you could
Hmm
it was like so clear, like a building. You could see like, you know, in between the buildings, like it was different buildings and like a street. I'm looking like, what the heck?
Yeah. You know what you saying? You seeing the other rounds.
Yeah, coming through,
You seeing the
forcing
other
their way
rounds and
through.
shit. As above, so below. You know, it's all the
Mm.
reflection, man. That shit so deep. With
I
them
think they
cities,
trying to cover it. I think they keep trying to cover it up though. That's where they I don't okay, see that's why I wish you could tell I could see like how your clouds is so you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about like how the clouds be like they be different types of formations. Like say it'll look like you might see like gray looking cloud, then you'll see like these pure white looking ones. Then it'd be like the real dark ones and they be like mixed in between each other or whatever. Do you ever see clouds forming like that?
Yeah, just like that picture you got up there. I got a picture just like it, except it's the opposite way. It's like
Mm.
it's the sun coming from out the bottom of the clouds, but the clouds is dark at the top, but they light at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
it's
how you
crazy.
see the dimensions.
Yeah,
Yes.
and even on that picture that you got, like you can see clouds in front and behind the sun. So it be crazy when you be taking a picture like that.
Exactly.
Like they be
And when
trying to
I was
say,
doing them last pictures, when I showed up, bro, I'm telling you, it looked so crazy. It was like I was taking the picture, it just kept changing. The camera lens, right, kept trying to change the picture to the CGI picture. And I'm looking like, what the heck? It put the little box up there. I don't know how your phone do, but you know how back then
mm-hmm.
you had to adjust. It put the little box up there. I'm like, what the hell is it doing that for? Sure enough, it was like switching to the little CGI.
You know why I do that though? When they put the
Hmm.
box on there, you know what that is, right?
No, what is it?
It recognize a face.
Mm.
That's what that means.
That's
Whenever they
why I
put the
was
box,
doing that.
it's the sun is a face, like real shit. And bro, that's why I say you saying that shit is crazy, cause bro be sun gazing. He call him Mr. Cheeks. That's what he call the sun and shit. He be seeing the face and shit. He be sun gazing so long he see the face on that motherfucker. So you know what I'm saying, yeah, that's real shit.
Wow. That's deep. And check this out. It was the moon, bro. And check this out. When it was doing it, right, it was switching when the box was popping up, right, it switched to the CGI image like as it popped up. Like it's like
Mhm.
it was just switching, then it switched back again to the other picture. And I'm looking like, what the heck?
But you know how they show us that shit, right? And all them ancient like sculptures and shit and paintings and shit, they got the sun with the face on that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They always showed us that shit. Like it's crazy. I'm just thinking about that shit.
You right. You sure do. Smiling.
Mm-hmm.
The little rays, the little the pokey, well not pokey, you know what I'm talking about, like look like the triangles all around the
They
sun.
telling you that's a whole entity. You know what I'm saying? A whole portal out here. Well, just like your face, you know.
Right.
Got portals all in your face. Mouth, nose, ears, eyes.
Facts.
Walking portals around this bitch,
And we match right up with it.
man. For sure.
Mm.
Spit the flying sun.
And these damn entities and all this mess coming in and out when all this stuff be happening, these portals opening, we don't know, what's coming in, what's going out. It's a whole bunch of different things going on with these frequencies and with these dimensions and stuff mixing and
Mhm.
basically blending because it's like they blending together. It's like that's the way it be looking. I swear it be looking like it's like crushing down together.
Mm.
I'm
That's what
like,
they say too. They be talking about the what they be talking about Mandela effect and shit. They talking about how they in CERN and shit. How they talking how they meshing the two word meshing dimensions and shit. They be talking about that shit all the time.
mention it, yep, and that's just what it be looking like.
At that CERN shit too. They be talking about yeah.
It's like
Mm,
the sky keep getting lower and lower and lower too. Like the clouds be like
the sky is
so
falling.
close. Yeah, the sky literally falling down like right in front of our
Or maybe you getting higher.
face. We getting high. I'm raising. I'm elevating.
Exactly. That might
Mm,
be it.
mm, mm,
You
mm.
getting bigger. You awakening your sleeping giant.
For real.
The
Oh, that
sky getting
sound right.
closer.
I'll be able to walk right on through it in a minute.
hmm Head in the clouds, literally in a minute.
For real.
Yeah, that's the thoughts,
Crazy,
you know.
crazy. Dang.
That's why they give us in the comic book, you know, they give you the words and shit being clouds and shit. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And be the
Can't
superheroes and
imagine
shit.
this.
You know what I'm saying? Saying when you're a superhero, your head gonna be in the clouds for real. When you wake up.
Mm.
When you realize what's going on.
Right. Or
Yeah.
your head is in a cloud right now. Mentally, that your brain so brainwashed, it's in the cloud. That's the cloud
Mm-hmm.
it's in. That's why that's another thing it could be representing.
Mm-hmm. That's it,
Mm.
yeah. So you had to ask for project, bro. Once you realize that shit, like once you realize you dreaming and shit, like and you really know that shit, that's when
That's
you
crazy.
that's when you will start asking for project.
For real, because that's a realization for real when you really know it. Like we talk about it, we know it, we understand it, but it's like when we really get the keys to unlock that whatever that is, it's gonna be like phew, like damn, I'm out of here.
Hmm. I was talking to somebody the other day. They said they did some shit. I don't know if you want to try that shit. Like it might freak you out or some shit. But
What?
she
I,
said she put a red dot on her hand, and you know what I'm saying, before she went to sleep and shit. You know, I can't remind herself like her body at the house got a red dot on her hand, and said when she was dreaming and shit, flying and shit, and said she looked at the hand, and when she looked at her hand, she woke up and was in the room. You know what I'm saying? And got down, started moving around, but it was like it was weird. She was like floating.
mm-mm.
Then she realized what the fuck was going on. She kind of
Cause she wait a minute, say that again, bro. You saying that she
hmm
was in the dream, she put the dot in her hand just to let her know that she was dreaming when she was in her dream.
she put the dot while she was still awake before she went to sleep.
And what are you saying the dot did though? I don't get it.
So if you dreaming and you look at your hand, you're not gonna
Mhm.
have a dot on there because you in a dream.
Right.
That's how you gonna know
So,
you dreaming.
so she said she was flying and she seen the dot on her hand.
She looked down at her hand, and when she seen the dot, I mean, she didn't see the dot. That's when she looked around and realized she was in the room and like was moving around type shit.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of weird.
Well, that's how you know. That's the awareness. You know what I'm saying? When that shit kick in, like, oh shit, I'm really. When you dreaming, you really astral projected floating around and shit, and you just come back.
Right.
Hmm.
And it was a shot. Like, oh snap.
It was the awareness of what's really going on now. You know what I'm saying? It's multiple
Oh.
realities playing out all at one time and shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Well,
shit deep though.
I know I done experienced the out of the body thing, like, but I wouldn't say it was astral projecting. I
Hmm.
wasn't like, so I would
Yeah,
like to experience that to know that feeling.
yeah. I feel like I did the same thing, but I ain't never see myself like I did like a astral projection one time. It was like weird. I was like dreaming though. I think I was more. It was more like a dream though. I looked in the mirror in my dream, and it was crazy.
Mm.
What I seen, it
Some
wasn't me.
scary stuff.
It wasn't
Uh-uh.
me. No, I wasn't scared. It wasn't scary. It was just weird.
It was a like a different person.
Yeah, yeah. It was an Asian guy.
Mm.
It was weird. So it was like, nah, that's kind of funny. But that's the one only time I remember doing that shit. It was like in the car rear. I was looking in the car. It could have been somebody in the car, but I ain't seen nobody in the car with me. It was like I looked in the car rearview mirror and seen the shit, and I was like, oh, damn. It was weird. I don't know if you ever did that before. Looked in the mirror in the dream.
No.
Try it.
Look in the
That shit
mirror
deep.
and be like, dang, is this me? And wait,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
still
Hey, what's up, Ricky Young?
young
Young
blood
Ricky.
in the house. How you doing, babe? Come join us. We just chit chatting, nothing particular.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's craziness.
But yeah, we gotta start working in these, you know what I'm saying? These what they call these shadow works, man. Get to where we can, meet up and have a build for real on the on the other round type shit.
Right.
You can get to it, start telecommunicating, all that type of shit, bro. It's just some shit we gotta practice type, you know what I'm saying? While we on it's a muscle we ain't never used before type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we gotta start, working that shit out. Yeah, exactly. Gotta break out our cycles, man. The shit we used to doing. Break out the norm, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or what
Definitely.
they would.
Definitely.
hmm
Them habits be
What they,
hard to break.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like saying nothing but mind power, man. Mind over matter. You don't mind, it don't matter, man. Shit, good.
That saying of what? Go with the flow.
Yeah, I mean, shit, go with what you feel, man. So, like, we had that discussion the other day, saying go with the flow or go against the grain. Shit, sometimes I want to go with the flow, sometimes I want to go against the grain. So I guess it's how you,
Right.
yeah, depending on the situation, man.
You right. You right. I might need to go against the grain. That might be a
hmm
necessity at the time. Fact.
hmm So, like I said, whatever you resonate with, know what I'm saying?
Right. I tried to go with the
Yeah.
flow. Sometimes going with the flow ain't the best thing. It might not be the best thing
Exactly.
for you.
Especially like with what's going on now. If you going with the flow, your ass going right down with it.
Right.
So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna fall back on this one.
Exactly that. Fall back a little bit because too much
Man,
is
I just found some more shit out about that shit too. But I'm like, man, that shit crazy, man.
what?
No, it's just about like the particles and all that type of shit and what they got got going on. Like even with like the test and shit, like this shit crazy, man.
Right. They're in there. They're them
Yeah,
nanoparticles is in there.
it's
People
in the
don't
test.
understand it.
Even the
Yeah.
test though, like
Right. In the little swab where they so called
yeah,
testing the
yeah.
people.
They saying they
Yeah.
penetrating like your membrane, like in your, you know what I'm saying, literally going to your brain. So, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They putting it right there in the.
And they trying, boy, they trying so hard. They want everybody to have take a test, take a test. They got free test, acting like it's something y'all
hmm
giving away and shit. I'm looking like
I
they
ain't
acting like they
fucking with.
talking about free money, free gold, free something. What?
Nope, I declined all them motherfuckers. But even we
Yeah,
had we had a baby in December or in October. I mean, November. So yeah, I declined all that shit. But
real. I ain't testing nothing. Don't put my baby testing, nothing. We don't need nothing tested. We out of here.
hmm
For real. Yeah, they got them little things. Somebody they did it a couple of months ago. I remember somebody was showing they had put it under the microscope. You could see the shit moving on the damn tip of it.
what's that?
The nanoparticles.
Oh, you see them moving around.
They could see you could see them literally moving on the they put it under like a microscope or something, and you could see the
hmm
particles moving around on the Q-tip. Now that's some crazy shit right there. And then
Yeah.
you know what people getting the shot at they got the magnet, so that goes to show that the RFD chip and all kind of particles of magnetic aluminum particles, all that is in that shot. There's no way
But you,
around it.
yeah, it's something. It's something
That's
up.
weird.
Cause I done seen that before with the magnet thing, but it ain't had
What
nothing
is
to do
it?
with it ain't had nothing to do with no shot. It's basically when you become when your body become all the way alkaline,
Uh-huh.
you can literally put a magnet anywhere on your body and it'll stay. You
So
become like
all these
electric.
people,
Like
bro.
say you
Now
eat
think
raw
about
food
this.
for like, huh?
But I'm saying, bro, think about this though, right? Out of all the people that went and got the shot, how many of those people are even conscious enough to think about being healthy?
No, I'm saying that's not the reason. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm saying that's the only time I ever seen that before. Like, but
mm,
what's going on now? It's just sticking to one spot. You know what I'm saying? With the shit when you alkaline charged and shit, that shit be on your whole body.
yeah,
Like,
that's true.
hmm that
Because I
shit.
know,
That's
look,
how you
I
know
done
it's
took
something
have
going on.
this funny. I'm gonna tell you something funny. Have you ever did this? And I don't even know why I tried this, but like like the remote control or something, right? Like the batteries or something.
Hmm.
I'll take the batteries out, right? And then I'll rub it real fast against my skin for like probably like 30 seconds or so, right? And put it back in there. You know it worked, bro? It literally will charge up off the skin. It
Oh
don't
yeah.
charge for a long time, but that's
Hmm.
crazy to me too. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's crazy you say that shit. I don't see the Jay do that shit, but he didn't even he take it out. He just rubbed it. He rubbed that shit with his hand for like 2 minutes, and then that motherfucker crunk up. He like, I
Mm,
crank. Nah, and then you know what he did? This
mm.
man jumped my car with his bare hands. You ever seen that
Come
before?
on.
Real shit. He had his hand on my battery and a hand on the other battery, and we cranked the car up, and that bitch start up. You're like, good. He did it through his body, bro.
Oh my God.
I was
I'd
like,
be
man,
scared. He
nah,
better, he a better
he
man
do it
than
all the
me.
time. He like he do it all the time. I was like, all right, bro, come on.
Mm-mm. But I believe that. I
Yeah, it's
believe
the
that.
yeah. If you got your feet on, I think you had the feet on some rubber or something. I don't know how he did it. I only think yeah. I think because he got the shoes on. That's what it is. As long as you got some shoes
Oh,
on,
right,
you
the
know what
rubber.
I'm saying?
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying. You good. Yeah. You bare feet, you might, you know what I'm saying, blow up or some shit.
Right. You never know what the heck gonna happen.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yep, just because of that. You right. So you
But
right, the
that's
magnet maybe could stick, but that don't even make sense though, that the magnet would stick to an alkaline body though.
you said it don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, because you like this basically it make you electrically charged up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what does an electrical charge have to do with a magnet sticking? See what I'm saying? I don't get the magnet part.
I guess or whatever. What you got in your body? Iron and you know what I'm
So
saying?
maybe
Copper and
it
nickel.
raises the intensity of the metals in your
You,
body
you
because it's
probably have
alkaline.
a more pure form of iron in your body if you start eating like real
Oh, a
foods
purer
and stuff like
form.
that. So
Hmm.
I could see that part. That could probably be a reason. But like I said, I just seen it like it's the guy that like literally stayed in the jungle and shit, and like bruh, basically like I said, he said it takes 7 years for meat to get out your body all the way completely. And
Hmm.
then, you know what I'm saying? Then he's you know what I'm saying, start eating straight fruits and you know what I'm saying, basically straight fruits. Yeah. Got his body all the way alkaline and shit. And that motherfucker put the Madden all over himself. That shit
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. They were
And I
doing like the
believe that
before
too.
and after and shit.
With that
Yeah.
damn electricity in the body, yep.
Yeah, straight. You know the fruits and shit. You know that's the electric. They
Definitely,
called
yeah.
it. That's what
It's
Doctor
all the
Subi. Doctor
electrolytes.
Sebi called it electric foods. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
yeah,
That's why I
that's.
say that those are the life-giving foods, and then people eating
Hmm.
the dead foods, the death foods is what
Exactly.
it
That
just
shit be
take away
dead.
from the
No
enjoyment.
charge. They don't give you no charge. That shit put you straight to sleep. Remember? You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
definitely. They get some soul food. You know how niggas is get that nigga out,
Yeah.
nigga.
That
You
shit
know,
put you straight to sleep.
uh-uh.
Yeah,
Want
yeah.
something
That's
that's
why.
gonna lay your ass out. Shit, what that gonna tell you? When you go to sleep, that's putting you closer to a death state, right? Just like how we go into the REM sleep and we get into that space. So if you're eating all that food and it's making you tired like that, what does that tell you? I mean, it's killing
Yeah, but that's what the average person would think. You know what I'm saying? It would equivalent that to being full. So that's why a lot of folk it'd be like, man, I can't eat that vegan stuff because I don't get full. Like
you.
that ain't the point. You ain't trying to
Oh,
eat to go to
right,
sleep. That ain't you trying to eat to, you know what I'm saying? Get some energy. That's what you
right,
eating for. You know what I'm saying? They get
right.
the concept of eating food is all mixed up nowadays and shit. Even I say even the stomach, the stomach is like the first brain. You know what I'm saying? So they like a lot of folks don't even know that shit. So
Then you're eating this stuff to get full. Is the thing, like you said, they eat until they full. Ooh, I'm full, I'm stuffed. They eat until they get full when you're supposed to just eat to not be hungry. They're doing the opposite of what they need. Or eat to
mm,
just give your body the fuel it needs because you feel weak and you haven't eaten anything, you feeling it. You need some energy. Okay, let me get some energy food. But they don't do that because they're getting insufficient foods that are being stuffed in your body, and then it's like, oh, it's just craziness.
hmm But it's like I said, it's a habit we all grew up on and shit.
Including me, I still, even me, bro. I still,
hmm
here and there. I think I was telling you before, here and there,
hmm
I'll have things I know I shouldn't be eating, or whatever the case
I
may be.
know
And
it.
then they, oh, I'll just detox for 2 or 3 days after, like that's an excuse to do that, and it's not,
hmm
but yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, I
habitual.
do the same shit, man. Yeah. It's like we all be
Right, that's
slipping.
it, man. It ain't
I'm
that
trying to.
hard.
Yeah, I don't be eating, you know what I'm saying? I be slipping though. I be eating like what I had I had me a donut or some shit the other day, but that shit fucked my whole stomach up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, especially them sweets. Oh my goodness.
yeah, little sweet stuff. Yeah, that's why I be fucking her too.
Me
Lot
too.
of cereals and shit. Like yeah, how them be my munchie food. Give me some
Me
Wheaties and
too.
shit.
I like cakes and like cheesecake or
hmm
stuff like that. That's my week. Pound cake, a good
Yeah, my
Hallmark
mama
pound
make pound cakes and shit, so I know
cake.
exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. If I make
Yeah.
one, bro, I swear I eat about at least 3 slices.
Mm.
I eat like 3 slices
hmm
of a cake, and then I ain't talking about thin slivers. I'm talking in a matter of day. I
hmm
might eat like two this one day, the next day another. Shoot, I might eat four. I might eat two the next day or one that day because it be fresh, and I don't do it a lot. So when
Man,
I
I
do
love
it,
that
it's like
shit.
let me go ahead and
Want to be fresh? Man, ain't nothing
And
like it.
bro, listen, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't just talking, but when I say I can burn some, when it come to that bacon and cooking, I love to cook too.
Mm-hmm.
But that bacon, and I can't do it because that's what'll happen. I'll bake something, and then I'll be eating, and then I'll say, "Oh, well, no, I'm not gonna eat um this because I ate this, or whatever the case." Then I throw my body off, then I got to be detoxing for days behind the mess. So I just really don't do it. I don't think I made a cake in like at least a good year and a half. And my
Right.
kids be trying to get me to make them, because they still like it. I'll do it here and there for somebody or whatever, but and that pound cake, that's my favorite. I like the 7 Up pound
Mm-hmm.
cake the best. Bro, listen, I'll make that cake and do a good 2 slices at least the first day when it be
Mm-hmm.
nice and warm with me some vanilla ice.
Man, what?
No,
I
you
already
talk
know.
about greedy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, I can't do it. You got to really change those habits because it's so easy to fall into it.
That's it,
And be
especially
used
when
to
it's
it.
around.
Especially when it's sitting there looking pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Put that little glaze
Mm-hmm.
on it. Oh no. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you already got me hungry now. I think I'll get that. I
Find
got
something
some
to munch
fucking
on.
what I got? Some golden kiwi. You had some of this shit before?
Golden kiwi, yes, I have had those.
Man, that shit good as hell.
Yes, it is. It's so good. That kiwi here, it just tastes like grapes to
Yeah.
me. And I love grapes anyway.
But this golden one tastes different than the green one. This tastes more like a pear kind of.
It's more like the texture is a little. I don't want to
Hmm
say tougher, but it's grittier, maybe or
Yeah,
something. Hmm.
yeah. But this tastes more like a pear. The other one, kiwi. Yeah,
That one tastes just
uh,
like a grape.
yeah. I love them. I'm trying to find these. Yeah, I had some cherries earlier. Them motherfuckers gone.
Oh, I have not seen cherries yet since I've been in Texas. I kid you not. I haven't seen not
For
one cherry.
real?
I'm like, dang. I'm like, this is a warm state. Why they don't got cherries? I'm like, do
I
they
thought
even get
cherries
them in
grow
there?
in the north and shit. Well, it's cold.
Oh, so they don't get them. So
That's
they
probably. I
wouldn't.
think the cherries some East Coast thing.
Mm.
I think that's the cherries that East Coast. Yeah.
So yeah, I probably won't be able to find none for a minute. They probably get them more in the summertime. Oh yeah, that's probably why they probably will get them more in the summer because they got to get them from there.
hmm They
But
should
yeah, I
have
love
no.
cherries. I ain't seen none since I've been here. Not at I done been to like 4 or 5 different
Oh, here
grocery
they go.
stores just to check them out. But yeah, I haven't seen none.
Yeah. Well, I think of you as I eat this cherry. This percent salt right here. The cherry percent salt.
You said with salt?
Mm-mm,
Um,
just straight up.
sis. I know a lot of people put it on certain fruits, and I'm like, why do they put salt on fruit? That's just like,
Hell nah. I see somebody
yeah,
put salt on a watermelon. That's what my folk be doing. I hate that shit. Mm-mm.
yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. The watermelon. I can't say fruit. I should have said fruit. I seen to put it on the watermelon. You're exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, watermelon. That's like one of the best fruits. Why would you ruin it? Like seriously, like, come on now.
You know, sweet and salty and shit.
Yeah, I like nuts. So I love pecans. I like almonds,
Mm-hmm.
macadamias. Yeah, I like nuts, man. That's a bad thing too, man. That could be
The
even
cashew.
bad for you. One day,
What you mean?
bro, I swear, one day I ate literally. I was like, I don't know why. I had got some
Ain't
nuts
nothing
from
better.
some store. I hadn't tasted nuts before, and when I say them things were so fresh and good and crunchy, and when I say they was just the perfect pecan I haven't had since I was a little kid, and my grandma used to buy me with crack them. I mean, them things were just right. I
Some
ate
pecan?
them pecans, bro. I ate
Okay.
like half a bag of them freaking nuts. I kid you not. That whole day I
Mm-hmm.
was eating nuts, nuts, nuts. Man, that next day I woke up, my stomach was hurting so bad. I said, "Oh goodness!" And not to be gross, but it literally sent me like to the bathroom right away. I mean, I'm usually regular, but I mean, it had my stomach. It was like flushing me out. I mean, which is good
Yeah,
because
that's
I know
good.
it's nothing good
Mm-hmm.
for it. But bro, the way it did it, it was horrible. I mean, I was like, "Oh, I ate too many nuts." So
You
it's
ate too
good for
much, yeah.
me. Yeah, I ate too many. You can't. So too much of anything is not good. Even something good.
I mean, it got to come out of you. That's all.
It was like get everything out. Oh, I'm like,
Hmm.
dang.
Yeah, that's what them nuts do. Them nuts in that fruit, they gonna clean you up.
Yes.
That's what they made for. Anytime I eat me some fruit, especially now, I be eating these cherries all day. This shit, man, yeah, working on me. But
Hmm.
like I eat
Oh
me a
yeah.
little, I eat me a meal, then I eat some cherries after. I'm going right to the back.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
That's the best thing. That's why it's best good to have that salad with your meal or as the meal. Put a little additives in it. That's what I do. I put a little stuff in my salad most of the time so that I just can, have that as a meal.
Oh, salad, yeah.
I love
Hmm.
salad. That's like one of
I
my
ain't had no
favorite stuff. I
salad in a
like to do
minute.
the mix in the spinach. I love spinach. I put
Yeah, me too.
spinach with potatoes and noodles.
I put the spinach, the kale, that, no, I'm saying all that together. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yes, the kale.
Hmm.
I even buy the kale flakes and put it in everything too. Yes. That
Hmm.
energy is just something good about them greens, man. We need to add it to everything.
Yeah.
And then it'll keep you from being hungry a lot of times. Well, people don't understand when because they don't eat good, they don't understand you don't be as hungry. They'll think, oh, that bird food, I'm gonna be starving. No, you won't, because you're gonna be getting the right energy, the proper
That's what I
energy.
be telling nigga, but I eat damn good, man. I eat
Mhm.
damn good, be vegan, but I be eating good like a motherfucker.
Telling you.
Hell,
Yes,
shit,
sir.
I don't gain weight. Well, I don't lost it now though, but I had gained some weight. I had got back to the same weight I was when I was eating meat.
Mm,
I was just sitting around the house, just eating. I wasn't working out and doing shit.
right, right. Yeah, I done picked up a little bit over the
Especially
winter time, not
had the
doing
baby and
not
shit.
doing nothing. Oh yeah, with the baby. Oh, definitely.
Yep, sitting around with the baby, man. He going out. He's 6 months now. You take him out. I mean, we've been taking him out though. Well, I could take him out to the little trail and go walking now with him, put him in the stroller and shit.
Oh, they be loving that. They be looking like,
Yeah, he love that
oh,
shit.
they
He'll be
love it.
quiet. He'll be quiet for 2 hours riding out there, but just
Mm,
looking up in the sky. Won't see a word for five.
mm,
He good.
enjoy it.
He
Yes,
live. He love that
good
shit.
baby. I love peaceful baby boy. When them babies be howling and crying, oh
Mhm.
my goodness.
Oh yeah, I mean, long as he outside, I mean, he good. Like I said, when he be outside and scroll, as long as he move, he like moving. All my kids like that though. I got outside kids too. They like being outside and
Hmm.
shit. I'm being on the game and shit all day.
Definitely.
I put my 9 year old. I tell his dad go outside. Wait, I ain't got to tell him to go outside. He be trying to go outside.
Yeah.
It ain't like how I used to be with a whole bunch of kids and shit outside. Might see a couple
Right.
of them out. You know what I'm saying? But
That's true. I'm like, is it a lot? It's not as many kids like,
especially where I moved to now, yeah. I moved
because
to like the
they,
nicer area.
you said which area?
Now I said, well, I used to stay like in the hood. It used to be a lot of kids
Mm,
outside. Now we up here in the nicer area. The folk don't be out like that.
mm, right, you're right about that. Keeping the kids and doing stuff and all that. Like here, they got like little dance stuff. They got dance classes for little girls. They got like my grandson, my daughter put him in a little karate class. So when you keeping the kids and doing stuff like that, bless you,
Mm.
keeping the kids and doing that kind of stuff,
Well, no, I'm
you
smoking.
know, oh, they don't gotta be they don't gotta be out, outdoors trying to find something to do and be bored and whatever. Because these kids nowadays, they don't have enough imagination to find stuff to do. They don't know how to go outside and find stuff to do, and you know.
You gotta keep them with that shit, that imagination, man. 'Cause
Hmm.
that's they try to kill that shit as a child. But you gotta do it like this. Do it that way.
Exactly.
I tell mine be saying all kind of crazy shit. I be like, okay, man, just keep that imagination, but I'm saying
Find
kind of
something to
balancing
do.
out, yeah.
Yes. My grandson come over to my, oh Nana, I want to play my time. I'm like, boy, if you don't put that dang tablet down.
hmm
And I'm like,
They
no,
love the
you don't
damn
need that
talent, man.
tablet. I do not like that. I hate when she got that thing. I'm like, he do not need no tablet.
hmm
They be addicted to it too. He only 8. I'm like, no, put that thing in your bag, honey. You do not need to be looking at no freaking tablet. Got bubbles, we got crayons, we got paint, I buy canvas for 'em. I buy all kind of stuff when they little buck come over here. They could do all kind of stuff. And he be like, oh man, I don't want to do that. I don't. I'm like, boy, if you don't sit, okay. I'm bored. I'm like, oh well, you better find something to do.
That's what I be telling mine. I be telling my little 9-year-old the same thing.
Mhm. Read these books. I buy him all kind of comic books and
Mhm.
just stuff to read that's fun. I buy him books that have
How,
information but interesting for kids. He'll read a
mm.
little bit. He'll read a couple of pages. Well, I read that. I'm like, I'm like,
How old
boy,
is
if
you?
you
Say
don't
he
wait,
8 years old.
he ate.
Yeah, do the my 9-year-old. He like the what is it, Dog Man books. Yeah,
Dog man.
yeah, some shit called Dog Man. It's like a little, he like a superhero or some shit. He be doing yeah, that's a book.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah.
maybe I'm not getting the stuff he interested in. I didn't think about that. I'm just getting stuff, with him being young. I'm thinking, oh, read this,
hmm
read this.
But he asked for that book, so that I guess they what they be reading. His age kids his age be reading that book. I guess. So, I don't
He
know. He
just
might.
okay. He just turned. He a big old boy too. He
hmm
looked like he about 12, but
Yeah, he been reading that since he about 7, 8. He been reading them
okay,
Dog
okay.
Man books. He been reading for a couple of years. Yeah, he 9 now. Yeah, he'll
So
be
I'm
shit.
gonna
He be
give him.
10 in July. Yeah, my mom be 10 in July.
I'm gonna look that
Boy.
up.
Next
I'm gonna
month.
look that
Yeah.
up. Cause he funny. I'm like, I don't be knowing what to get from. He likes skates. I buy him skate. He like the little skateboard. He play on his little skateboard. He like little activities. He do the little karate stuff or whatever too. But boy, these kids like all the kids though. Every little kid I be seeing, like my friends' kids, they all got these tablets and the phones and the this and that. I'm like,
Yeah, that's the society shit that we living in. That's what's going on out here. If you ain't know, you can't
mm.
go nowhere. I mean, like I noticed, like cause I ain't too old, but I ain't young neither. So I noticed, like even like, cause I went to the club probably like a couple weeks ago. My cousin came in town and shit went to the club. So I like this shit so different. Like 10 years ago, like it's like you go to the club, folk be dancing and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And everybody be dancing, but like now it's like might got couple folks over hood, but majority folks got their phone out, taking
Mm.
pictures.
Wow.
Just
That's
standing
the
there doing
social
shit.
hour. Huh?
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm like, you ain't really enjoying the shit. You just taking pictures of the shit.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird though. You know what I'm saying? For me, Like when I was back in there, you get in the club, everybody mingling and talking. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That shit
right.
way different. You know what I'm saying? Way
Dang. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. Well, at my age, I wouldn't go no club. I would go though, like for something special for a friend or something. But as far as like,
Mm,
oh, let me go to the club, it ain't my scene. It never been my scene. I've never been into like the club and all that. I don't drink though. I don't like liquor. I don't like to taste of it. So that's
yeah.
probably why I don't like the club and never really been into club. Now I'm a big music person. I went to college
Mm,
for music. I want to be a music teacher actually. So I love music. So I,
mm.
I'm
My
into
auntie was a
all
music
types of
teacher.
music. Your auntie?
Yeah, she was at my. She
Oh
went to
wow.
but Bethune Cookman. Yeah, she in Florida and shit. Yeah,
Ooh, impressive. Love that. I went
yeah,
to
she was a
Vandercook
music
in
teacher.
Chicago.
You
Yep,
wasn't
it's
where?
very Vandercook. It's a music
Oh,
college in
okay,
Chicago. Hmm.
okay. My mom went to Chicago State. So yeah,
Oh, right. All right
yeah.
now.
She from the South Side. My mom from the South Side and shit. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's right. We talked about that before. Yep.
Yeah, she went to Simeon. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So that's
South.
where
The
that's
South.
where my fam at up that way.
And so funny. I just got delivery from Chicago today.
Hmm.
This girl, she go there. It's a girl that's here in Texas. She's from there. She goes
Hmm.
there like every other week, and she get like the Chi-Town stuff. Certain stuff you can't get here in Texas, like Mr. Pure juices. What else does she have? She get kind of foods and stuff. I mostly get like the juice and stuff from, but it's funny she
Great.
get
So what's the chicken spot called?
Leon's.
Nah, man, you know
Oh,
what I'm
oh,
talking about.
Harold's. Oh my God,
Harold, yeah,
don't even
yeah, bring
talk
some
about
Harold
it.
sauce down there
No,
and shit.
I got, I swear,
Yeah.
get my
Uh-huh.
small jar, and I got the small jar.
Oh, you got the small jar Harold sauce?
Yep,
Okay.
of the Harold, the mild. Yep,
You got the
definitely.
mild sauce? Yeah, I
Yes,
already know,
yes. I
man.
keep me a bottle of that since I've been here. I'm like, yes. And look, the funny
Yeah.
thing is, I haven't had it since I've been in New York. Now, when we go to Chicago or
Oh,
whatever,
they
I
got a
will
Harold's
get
in New
certain
York?
stuff. Hmm?
They got Harold's in New York too?
No, no, no. But when I was in New York, we used to go back to Chicago a lot. Me and the kids used to go to Chicago a lot. So when I would go to Chicago, obviously, I'd be getting all kind of Chicago stuff.
Hmm.
So I would get certain things, but I would get Harold's every time we went there. My kids loved it too, but we
Hmm.
never got the bottle. And it was funny when she came. I was like, I said, could you get some Harold sauce? She said, oh, I got the bottles. I was like, really? She said, yeah. So
She
yeah,
already ready.
listen, she got the hot links, she got the Polish sausages, she got
You ain't get you
the beef
no Garrett's. You ain't get
brisket.
you no Garrett's popcorn, did
No, listen, I gotta stay away from it. I eat the whole thing, bro. Listen,
you? The
don't
whole
even say
10.
it. The
The whole
whole
10.
thing.
Straight up.
Listen, bro. But look, you can't waste it. You can't let
Hold on, you going, you fading out. What you say? You faded out.
I, I say, you can't let it get stale, bro. You gotta eat
Exactly.
it. You can't let it get stale. Come on.
Yeah,
Waste
exactly.
some Garrett's popcorn? No. That's like drawing blood.
Exactly. I was
Oh
like, why the
my
damn
goodness.
10 so big, man? I gotta eat all this shit.
Oh my gosh. Don't force me to be bad though. Yes, my day my sister had sent me a 10 for Christmas one time. I'm like, why
Mm.
she do this to me? I love it, but why?
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
exactly.
girl, she did, man, when I say she did everything, she got a whole business, Jay. My people, you can come up with any, there's no reason people can't make money.
Yeah, straight
This
up.
girl literally goes there and she get loads of stuff and she delivers to all the towns because I guess there's a lot of people in Texas from Chicago. So she delivered to all the different towns all around. She even do pop-up shops with the Chicago stuff. It's called Chi-Town
Hey,
Goodies.
Chicago folks is everywhere. 'Cause yeah,
Everywhere.
that's what I was gonna say. Cause they got a Harold's in Atlanta now.
Harold's in Atlanta.
Yeah, they got a Harold's in Atlanta now. That shit all it's
No.
Atlanta. It's like Atlanta now. It's Atlanta style though. They got a bar and everything. It's like what I'm saying? It's like a little lounge and shit. They got a DJ and all that shit.
Oh, I know they taxing. I know they taxing.
But it tastes like the real thing though. It's the real
It
thing
do. So they got the
though.
real recipe. So they had
It's
to
the
get
real
a.
thing.
They probably bought the franchise.
Or they either went down there or something. Yeah, they probably bought it. Yeah, it's some Chicago people that run it though. So
Right. Well, yeah, they might have even had a franchise and said, "I'm gonna move it to Atlanta."
Mm-hmm. Shit, they gotta
That's
expand that shit. Yeah, that's where the money at in
dang.
Atlanta. Shit, you might as well come get some shit.
A Harold's in Atlanta. I can't even believe
Mhm.
that though. Now that's just too much.
Straight up,
It just sounds funny
it
that
don't look
it's
like
so
nothing like the
low.
one in Chicago though.
Right.
It ain't nothing like that. Get your shit and
Mm-mm.
go in Chicago. Nigga.
And you
You gonna
remember
get you a
those
drink in
little
Atlanta. Nigga. Say what?
right, right. Those those little penny cookies. I can't remember the little pinwheel penny cookies. Do you remember those cookies? I was asking the girl about them.
The Pinwheel penny
They
cookies.
used to come in like a package. It'd be like 100 cookies. They had like the chocolate chip. They had the strawberry ice, the lemon ice, and um,
Mm.
all these different cookies. It'd be a whole
Yeah,
in the
they
whole
don't even
package.
make them no more. I know
You
you talking about.
you know
It
what I'm
like
talking about? Jay, man, listen. Why I asked her
yeah,
today? Today I thought about them cookies, right? And so she
it
gave
was
me
like a
another.
blue package or something like that. Or
They used to come, yeah, it used to be different. It was like two different
mhm.
ones. I know it was a different brand. It was one that was around forever. Then somebody else mocked them. Theirs was pretty good, but they didn't taste as good. I think those was the blue ones.
They
But
were like
those
some
cookies,
shortbread cookies and shit, right?
yep, shortbread cookies,
Mm-hmm.
different little flavors. Man, them cookies was
Mm-hmm. I
banging.
remember them shits.
A
Boy,
whole
yeah,
pack for $1.
that's throwback. Yeah.
That's real throwback. The last time that I went to a store there and I did get them. This had to been like 8 years ago. That probably was like 8 years ago. And
Grab my
they
toe.
had them up until then, but you ain't lying. They don't got them because I asked the girl about them. She was like, "No, they stopped selling them." I'm like, "They stopped selling them." I said, "They had them since I was a little girl." She was like, "Oh yeah, they only got the little 99 cent with the cream in the middle now." I was like, "Oh no." They done changed the whole cookie.
They just got the bootleg shit.
Yep. The family wasn't making money, but I guess they love it though. Them cookies was $1,
Yeah,
girl.
you only bought them at Christmas time and shit. Like,
Them things was banging though.
exactly.
I had forgot about it, but I used to get I remember going to the little you know how you go to the little stores like the neighborhood store, somebody's house or whatever. They got a little candy store, whatever. I used to always get those little cookies and the Chico sticks.
Mm. Exactly. That's the candy lady shit, though. Yeah.
The candy lady, yep.
Hmm.
The pickles in the jar, the pickle with the Kool-Aid. Man, the juice.
Oh man.
Those were the days. When I was a kid, boy, we used to have so much fun. You get you $1 or two from mama.
Goddamn.
Man, you got snacks all day. You
We
gonna
used to eat
feed
them
your homeboys.
we used to have
You
them
gonna feed your
what they call it?
homeboy.
We used to have them what this shit was called? The
Hmm.
what they were called? Pops or something. They had
What
the
you talking
little
about?
pop, the little you
Oh,
them
them
must be
pop
popping.
rocks.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
pop.
pop rocks. Ooh,
It was be
if you want
popping on
them,
your tongue and shit. You're like, pop, pop, pop. I'm like, what the fuck?
they took them off the market. They was some kind of health hazard or
Yeah, that shit popping. That shit probably has some fire in that shit.
something.
That's motherfucker popping on your tongue and shit.
That was some crazy
That shit
candy.
has
I'm
some
like, oh
firecrackers in
man,
that shit.
I'm telling you,
Nigga was eating firecrackers. I ain't even know about it.
mm. Tearing them
Hell
up.
nah. Tear those firecrackers up.
That's too much.
Spitting that fire. That's why we spit that fire, man. You know, yeah, we grew up on that shit.
For
Now look
real.
at
They sure was. I ain't gonna lie. Them things was, and they had all kind of flavors. You be getting them thinking like you doing something. Next to
it.
go to pop your damn mouth. Now put a cut on your tongue or some shit.
What that shit? What that black cherry nigga? I remember that shit. But that shit,
Get a bump on your
damn.
tongue. Your mama be like, "Your ass is lying about something."
You try to hold that shit in your mouth. Be, pop,
Mm,
pop, what that noise is?
mm.
I
Them
remember that
was the
shit.
days, living free as a kid. Lord have mercy.
Oh man,
We
yeah.
used to have so much fun.
Yeah, yeah. I used to like my shit was when I was little and shit. I used to like y'all come with me, bro. Take the whole crew, man. We go off in the woods and shit and just got see what's out there, man. See how far we can make it, bro.
Right.
DJ, go walk out there, man. We found all kind of shit. Like we found goddamn old buildings, goddamn wells,
Wow.
tunnels, and we found tunnels and shit. We found the fucking tunnel. Like it must have been like an old tunnel that niggas used, like from going from one neighborhood to another neighborhood and shit. It was crazy. Like
Dang.
it, it was doing all kind of crazy shit. We a little
I
man.
know my butt was I was following behind my brother. I was the baby, and my brother was 2 years older than me. My sister was older than us, so she used to be doing all kind of other stuff because she was older. But when I was
Hmm.
like 12 and 13, my brother was like 15, and he was doing stuff. He was managed. I used to be following behind him, cutting school,
Hmm.
doing stuff. Come on, let's go to Uncle George house. My Uncle George was no kind of influence. He was literally a pimp on 47th Street. When I say this man would let us cut school and come to his house and chill all day, bro, no kind of adult supervision, no. He just let you do whatever you want to do. Something else,
Yeah.
but and I'd be right with my brother, following right behind him. Come on, we going to Uncle George's house. I'm like, we is? Yeah, let's go.
Damn. Yeah, it's amazing you
Man,
made it out. Bro.
made it out. Yep.
It's
If my mama
amazing.
knew.
It's amazing
Mm,
you made it out. Yeah. Shit.
yes.
I know my mama be telling me some stories, but when she got told coming up, I ain't never see no crazy shit when I was up there. I gotta thank God. You know what I'm saying?
Man, there used to be some junk. And when I would like
Well, I
today,
mean, yeah, not yeah. Worst I seen was niggas just like shooting and shit, but niggas shoot it like shooting in the air type shit. But yeah, they do that shit everywhere. But it wasn't there. Right? That's crazy shit I was seeing. Wasn't never no wild shit like yeah.
I remember one. I can remember it was so wild. My little boyfriend had came to see me, so he stayed across town. So he must have caught the L. He got off on
Mm.
63rd Street to catch the bus, right? Man, they took this boy.
Mm. Not
He didn't
63rd.
know nothing about that time, man. This boy, they took his. He had Jordans and he had some kind of
Nah.
jacket that came out. I think it was like an Avirex or remember them jackets the boys
The
was wearing?
starter
They was
jackets.
starter jackets. That's what it was.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay,
Can't
this
walk around
boy
no starter
and he
jacket,
got
boy, in the
his
early '90s in Chicago, boy, down the South
yes,
Side, boy. Hell wrong with you, boy.
yes. They took that boy
Yeah, I
L.
mean, it
He
was
went
certain
home
shit you knew you just
crying.
couldn't do though. Like niggas weren't doing that. Not in them times, boy. Hell nah.
No. I'm like, man, that was bad. And it
That's
wasn't so bad when I stayed on 72nd. I grew up on 72nd and Exchange. We moved to the South Side for a little while when my mom
okay.
married my stepdad. But
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like that over there. But I guess
Mm-hmm.
when he was anybody that was caught up in the South Side, man, that West Side, I was bad. I used to be over there with my homegirls. I ain't gonna lie, but that West Side was rough. I used to be
Mm-hmm.
used to be in the Cabrini Greens. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Oh yeah, you was in
Man,
the
the
yeah, you was in
Cabrini
the
Greens was rough. When I say rough, I had a homegirl. She got married young because she was grown. Went to leave her mom's house. Her mom was sanctified, kept a close tab on her. By the time she turned 18, she done got married and moved in with got her a husband. They living over in Cabrini Green. So my boy
wow.
over there all the time chilling, going over there, not even, so used to just being in Chicago. I knew how Cabrini Green was, but you'd be like, oh, I can handle myself. But man, I used to put myself in all type of situations, not even thinking, just living over there.
Yeah,
Period.
exactly. That was it's
You know,
amazing you made it out.
amazing, bro. Mm. My first little apartment, what made me leave Chicago to New York, I was staying on 35th and Cottage Grove and them projects over there. I was staying in shelters. I had left my mom house. She trying to force me to marry my baby dad and trying to control my whole life with all her religion and stuff.
Damn.
And I chose to leave her house because it was just too much mentally on me. I ain't had nowhere to go. I went to a shelter. Then I went and stayed with my baby dad. He was acting crazy because we was staying there. He wanted to act controlling and all this weird nonsense. I said, you know what? Pick for your ass. I left. and went to this shelter. I started staying at this shelter. I met this lady. I was just blessed though too, even though I'm talking about the little project, but just to be in them shelters to put myself in that situation. Then the lady, she just took kindly to me. She was like, "I'm gonna get you out of there." She sent me to some friend of hers at the HUD housing, right? And she said, "Baby, you
Mm.
ain't supposed to do this, but I'm gonna put you in this place. Come back here Monday, and I promise you, I'm gonna have a place for you." I came back that Monday, just like that lady said. She had a place for me. It was in them projects over there on Cottage Grove, my first little apartment. But man, I had my first place. But brother, when I tell you, this was the worst experience. Now, mind you, my mom was, always a good mom. Took care of her kids well. We never had rats, roaches, none of that type of stuff ever. I never had to worry about that type of stuff when I grew up as a child. So when I get to this place, bro, not to say that you can't be appreciative, but rats running in the tub, bro. I'm literally like laying down at nighttime and I could hear the mice running in the tub. They was in there playing like just like
Mm.
when I say you talking about some scary shit, I was so scared. And I had my little baby. I'm sitting here like I cannot live like this. I can't do this. I was so scared. So now since I'm so scared, now I gotta call my baby daddy to be my savior.
So you gotta come save me.
Yeah, I need some help now. He
Mm.
was a good person. Just had his little ways, just too controlling. He was a little older than me, about 4 years older than me. He was a little controlling and just trying to do too much. But he would come through. I will say that. So he came. He was like, "Well, I don't know what to do." He was like, "We gotta find something for you to do." So he helped. We started getting everything together for me to have a bed together. And then the baby, she had the bassinet when I moved there already, but man, I woke up one day, one of these freaking roaches in my baby bassinet. I was like, I'm out of this bitch. I'm sorry, excuse me, I didn't say it like that, but I was like,
I feel you.
let me see what this is. Hold on, bro. Yeah, so hey Chris,
What's going on, sis? How you doing? Salute.
salute, bro. I hope I didn't do you like drop me doing it. Was not intentional. I was running my mouth. I ain't
Nah,
forget you. I didn't mean to leave you back there.
nah, you good. You good.
But
Oh,
yeah,
what
bro,
up,
that was so crazy.
Cyphers?
What's going on, man? Salute, salute. How you doing, man?
Oh shit, chilling, man. Just chopping it up, man. Just running back some old Chicago memories and shit.
Yeah,
That's what's
the
up.
side to side. You been to Chicago before, Chris?
No, well, I'm gonna answer this like this. I've been there for a basketball tournament and only a basketball tournament. So outside of that, I really haven't experienced Chicago how I really want to. However,
Mm.
I do want to go there in the future and actually really experience it and see what it's really like, you know.
It's a lot of bad stuff they say about Chicago, but Chicago is like
Man,
a beautiful place, man. I
I
can't
do.
I
exactly.
can't say it no better. It's a beautiful place, man. You just gotta know, go in and especially as a person to visit, it's definitely a place you gotta visit. It just
Hmm.
is. It just is.
I hear that all the times, and that just what intrigues me to keep wanting to visit because I'm a big fan of traveling. I love to travel, so just that's actually one of the states that
You cutting out, bro.
every other sucky state that people would think ain't nothing popping, but just things would be going on. I was just like, yo, this is wild here. And so that's what like led me to just keep traveling. But Chicago is just one of the places I just haven't made a haven't had a chance to go experience just yet, but I will.
And man, you from New York though, ain't it?
Yes, yes,
And you in LA, right?
yes.
you you skipped
It's
over
the same. It's the
it.
I,
You went from New York to LA to Atlanta. You all over the place, man.
yeah, I took the southern route, man. It's crazy how that happened
But
because
I'm the same way too, though. I don't been everywhere but the West Coast, though. Everywhere but the West Coast, yeah.
man, to be honest, bro, like because I went to the military right after high school. So and that would that's what brung me to the West Coast. I was stationed in Washington State.
Mm.
So I was meeting people, you know, from everywhere. I mean, just being in the military, you meet people from everywhere, even outside the country. But you know,
Mhm.
it was just one thing that was specific about the people that was, you know, that was in the city of Seattle or Tacoma, or it was the people that I was in the military with that was from Cali, and all of them was like, yo, you look like you Dominican, but you look like you from Cali, yo, like you been to Cali? Nah, I'm like, nah, I'm from New York. And they was like, yo, you got a Cali swag. And they kept just saying that shit. And
Yeah,
things just kept hitting me.
it's
It was like,
crazy.
bro, go to
Folks be telling
Cali.
me the
Is
same
that a
shit.
sign?
Yeah.
Right? Just people just like, yo, go to Cali, yo. And so I was just like, and ever since like I was a kid, you know, I watched TV and shit, of course, you know. We hear the stuff about Cali, the sun, you know, the nature and everything. So,
The
you know, I always,
colors.
everything.
That shit
You know,
real.
so you know, I always wanted to, you know, go and experience Cali for, you know, what it was, you know. So when I actually came here, it was just like I was with like one of my homies, and he was a German Mexican. So it was
Mm.
like, but it was mainly Mexican, and we was in the valley, and it wasn't like I just had a regular like, oh, I'm just cold. No, nigga, I'm with motherfuckers that trap in the valley, that run the valley, and I'm just like, yo, this is quite a first experience to come
Mm.
here like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you saying some shit.
But it was a blast though, bro. The family showed me love. Yeah, everybody that I came across at that time showed me love, and it was just a great wonderful experience. So you know, I took more trips
Mhm.
and had, you know, great more experience and stuff. And then I end up, you know, going back home after I got out the military. After that, you know, shit was going crazy in Atlanta, and I was just like, I don't really want to be here. So, you know, my homie was just like, yo, nigga, come to Cali. And I'm just like, all right, bro, I'm coming to Cali. So, and I made that move in, you know, in what, 2012? Yeah, like 2012, and I've been here ever since.
They trying to get my babies out there. My daughters, the two that was with me when we came down there, bro. The oldest one that she want to move there to do her business there. My baby girl, she has a friend that lives there that must have I think she recently moved there a couple of months ago, probably around the time we moved here to Texas. She's trying to get my baby girl to move to California with her. So both
Mm.
of my daughters now thinking about moving down there since we done came down there. Now all this stuff with the California is coming up. But yeah, I'm like, here they go, want to be
Exactly.
Mama that
Californians.
Mama that exposed them to California.
Oh my goodness.
And it's crazy because I really haven't linked up with mom's side of the family in some time, just because I try to find a place that I can, you know, be stationed and, you know, live my life and do what I need to do. So you know, if, a few of my you know, my female cousins came out here for a visit, you know, just, and it was like, yo, you in Cali, ain't you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yo, we gonna be there tomorrow. Bam, 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 we gonna hit you up. So, you know, we all linked up, and man, just, you know, it wasn't like the energy of Cali, is just being back around my family was just amazing. But it was crazy to hear my family be like, yo, we think about coming out here, yo. I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody think about coming out here. What's going on?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a good place to build.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that really kept me out here, no lie, like really the honest truth is the access to nature. Like
Mm.
real access to nature is just a beautiful thing. Just to go, be able to go to the beach, and to go to different beaches, experience a little bit of different things. You know what I'm saying? Different lifestyles and people that's around there. See what's going around the beach. You go to, you know, Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach, Venice Beach. You know, you go to Santa Monica Beach. You know, you go to Malibu Beach. You know what I'm saying? And it's all up the PCH coast. You know what I'm saying? And even just, you know, driving down the PCH coast, you know, just a little blunt, or, you know, just even taking a cruise, it's a cool thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's very chill, relaxing. You get to see some water, see what's up in the sky and what's going on. Man, it's a lot of views, a lot of great architectural homes that's been built and stuff, you know, things that you wouldn't normally see. You know, it's just some cool things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's something I could appreciate. Your access to go and camp, go fishing, do whatever with your family and stuff. Man, it's amazing things. These are things that like I think like a lot of us just haven't experienced, especially me coming from New York. And it's the concrete jungle. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
We,
right.
we
And
surrounded
that's
by nothing but.
crazy. That's
Go
where my baby at now. She live in Jamaica, Queens now.
Mm.
The
Oh,
one, my
she in
oldest
my
daughter.
borough. I'm from
Yep, that's
Queens.
where she at now. And she trying to
Mm.
come, so she trying to leave. So she'll be making like the same transition as you. That's funny. I'm listening to you like, wow. So she'll be doing that. We tried to get her to come to Texas. She was like, no, no. She's into the music too. She went to school for music too. She graduated
Mm,
from Buck State for
nice,
like production and some. She got a
nice.
dual major, I forgot. But she's trying to, that obviously that's why she's trying to stay there. But I'm like, you're not doing or get anywhere you want to get there, make a move. She was like, come go to California. So she wanted to come there.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's a good move for her
Hmm.
in music because music is the music industry around here is very interesting, not in a bad way, but for the people that can network, it will be easy. So if she can really network with people in
Hmm.
actually her best interest, and I'm gonna say this again, network with people in her best interest,
Hmm.
that would be amazing for her and her growth as well, because she can learn as well. Just depending with the people she connect with. So I would, I would never shy away from that, especially with being in the entertainment industry. Like you want to be in a place where, entertainment is nice. You can make money, you can network with people, you can learn, you can grow, you can establish your own business, and you can grow and blossom. And that's all what I want for all of our people.
Right. Her business is like it's not in the entertainment industry necessarily. I think she worked with some people, but she um she definitely wants to like develop her business there. But I
Mm,
don't know if she's gonna really be focused so much on the say she's saying she is, but she be
mhm.
on and off it, on and off it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But either
things.
way, it's just a good place to even just to clear her head to get her mind, even I was telling her if that's what you want to do, just gonna do it because she can get her mind wherever she wants it to be. She's got different
Mhm,
things she wants to do. She involved in different things, so she can't like focus. She's not real focused. Let me see that. Focus, I think, on um if she wants to leave that alone. And my thing is,
mhm,
um, I don't want to say leave it alone because it's something she loves since she was a kid. I kid you not, this my baby used to be singing since she was a baby, just
mhm,
like her mom. It's crazy. She's
mhm.
like got the genes, and she just been doing it. And it's like, I'm like, that don't mean you have to give it up, but you don't have to necessarily make it your focus. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right, right,
I'm
right, right.
trying to give it not to say like, oh, give up on your dream, but focus on your business. And if something happened with that, that's fine, da da da. That's what I be trying to say, because
Yeah,
I'm not too fond of that industry as it is, any of
yeah,
that,
no,
even though
no,
she can separate herself, but still.
yeah, no, most definitely. To be honest, I didn't start in the with music. However, I do have a music background, but I never thought that it was gonna be something that like I was where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I actually have my own studio. I actually can wake up and just make a beat and just send it to people and just be like, oh, y'all do this or you do this with it or do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or just have a production crew and just get together and just be like, hey guys, we got to do something new. Let's goddamn create, you know what I'm saying? So I started in sports. I started with basketball. I thought, basketball was gonna be it, but after high school, it was like my whole life took a turn because now like I had a baby to worry about, not my own child, but my nephew, because my brother was incarcerated. So I
Hmm.
stepped up and I took care of him and to be the father of him. And then he taught me so much within that my life took this whole big turn. I was just like, okay, things happen here, I need to navigate, and plan this and go here. So, I made a plan. My mom, was like, you could do this, da 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 da, and it might could help your plans. Bam, took her influence, threw all that in a bucket, and I'm here right now at this point in my life doing exactly what the fuck I want to every minute or second of the day, and nobody can tell me nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's the best place
That's
to be.
beautiful.
Telling you.
Exactly. It's a beautiful place to be. I want to be controlled, man,
That part.
by the outside forces,
Mm-hmm.
Or even
man.
our
On power.
circumstances or the situations sometimes like me, I'm a grandma, right? And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, like, say my daughter might need me, oh, mom, can you watch the kids? Or, this, and that. It may not necessarily be for something that she needs to do, but she may just be thinking, oh, I want to get out without having to take the kids here and there. So that's
Right.
fine. And that's understandable. But sometimes it'd be like inconvenient for me, like say if I'm
Mm.
planning to do something, she'll call, oh, mom, I got to do this. Can you watch the kids? And then it's like, dang, do I say no? Do I say, and
Right.
do I, just not watch them and tell her I'm doing this, or that? Well, I
Yeah, man. And the thing is, like, I've learned a lot from my mother, my stepmothers, if I had them,
Mhm.
grandmothers, step grandmothers, if I have them. One thing I can say is the patience that y'all have is an amazing thing to a child's life.
What?
And and I mean it's so profound to us, and it connects with us. It's like this natural love that y'all even have. Even your touch, your words, everything is soothing, it's comfort. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of learned that from my mom, my grandmothers, and all that to connect with different children. So like I connect with children on a oh man, on a crazy mental base. It was like it's a total understanding, and man, just understanding kids now to the day is like you have to understand. If you understand nature, you will understand a child.
Hmm.
Point blank. If you
That's the
understand
closest
nature,
thing.
thank you. They
Hmm.
see you
They
already
they
know.
they fresh from the source, man. They know it.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
The natural thing, most natural thing there is, man. Yeah.
They gonna
right.
let you. They gonna let you know too. They gonna let you know somebody
Hmm.
evil in the whole nine. Do
Oh,
Man,
not let this
for
person
real.
touch me. Don't act like you gonna let them pick me up.
definitely.
They gonna start crying, hollering, all that
For
shit.
real. Ain't none of
Most
that.
Hey,
definitely. And the one thing, and the
hey,
crazy thing is
hold on.
oh,
Hey,
go ahead,
Chris,
go ahead.
it about, it's like 2 o'clock over here, bro. I gotta get. I'm finna slide though, man.
All
Right.
right, bro.
I'm a, yeah.
Thanks for joining me, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. I didn't even realize how late it was, but shit, I get up time.
All right,
Salute,
bro. Have a
bro.
good one.
All right,
Sleep
peace,
well.
Chris. All right, Chris. All right, I'll sit so in a minute.
All right, bro.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's 1 o'clock here. I know you even earlier than me. What time you got, bro? I think you what, an hour or two from me?
Yeah, it's 11:04 right now.
Oh, okay, you ain't that late, so you still early. I ain't really tired. I was just chatting, but
Hmm.
um on the sense of that, I forgot what you just had said, bro. Look, I'm trying to get something together here. I ain't even hear what you were saying. What you had just said, bro.
That's
I was
cool.
gonna respond to what you said, I think.
Yeah, it was talking about the babies and stuff, and I was gonna patch that to like the babies, like the basically they closest thing to nature and stuff. So, but I was gonna tap that into like that the body language of the babies. Like we pay attention to more of the body language, but then when they make a sound or cry or anything, we pay attention to those too. And it's another thing, like even like with my with my snakes, because I have 7 ball pythons.
Ooh.
So I have to, so with me, I have to pay attention to body language. some sounds I can pay attention to as well. But it kind of got me on my connection level, just like how I was with babies, just raising my nephew and seeing his body language or his cry or his sound or see what was going on, like what he need.
Mm-hmm.
Helped me with even that, just helped me with my snakes. Just like if I hear my snakes breathe in some kind of way, that's not normal. If my
Mm-hmm.
snake, doing this, it's not normal, or da 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 da. It's like now I'm down to the T with like, okay, I know if my snake is about to strike. I know if he's about to bite. I know if he's about to defend himself. I know if they're about to coil, or she about to coil, or she about to go in her hide, in her warm hide, her cool hide. Like all of it down to a T. And I got all of that concept of just from that relationship that I had with my nephew and taking care of him. And like I'm saying, like babies teach you nature itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an amazing thing. It's beautiful.
They feel everything too. They like say with my even with my grandkids, what my one the girl is one girl and there's three boys. So the little girl, she'll be like, say they'll be over here when it's time to go or whatever. No, I don't want to go with mommy. I know I don't want to go with daddy. I want to stay with Nana.
Mhm.
I want to stay with Nana, And
Right.
say if it's a day she's over here, right? Like say she's doing stuff like touching glass or stuff that she shouldn't be doing. It's certain stuff that you're not supposed to be touching, Didi. Don't touch that, whatever the case may be. So
Mhm.
if I tell her that, right, or if I'm stern with her, Didi, no, she hear that tone of my voice, where she know I'm serious, like you better leave that alone. I'm gonna pop that little butt, or
Mhm.
something like that. She knows the difference. So this particular day, she ain't gonna be like, no, I want to stay with Nana, because now she got an attitude at me.
Mhm.
They can sense that, even though I'm like, it wasn't like a hatred or nothing. I'm just telling her so she know that I mean, don't touch that. And I told you already, don't touch it, do not touch it. Um, she she felt that. So it was like, oh, Nana's being me. This is the way the baby took it, because to her, she don't understand. I'm just trying to make sure. So with her feeling that, she could feel that just shows how close they are to feelings and the emotions, and like being spiritually connected or what have you. For her to even notice something so small as like the sternness in my voice, is to where she's like, oh, Nana not being so nice today, or whatever she felt
Right.
as a baby. And she only 3, but she could tell, and it's crazy. Like
Mhm.
you said, they had that connection. It's natural.
It's that the connection is the there's two type of connections that babies feel, read, and understand. They understand your energy, and they understand your magnetic pulse, and two of those are kind of almost one and the same, even though it's still coming from your energy.
Mm-hmm.
However, they can read those by one. They can read both, regardless if they're next to you, connected to you, or if they're touching you. I learned this from my nephew. It was a lot of things that I was like I was going through. Like I'm 15, 16 with a baby, right?
Mm.
15, 16 with a baby. I'm going through a lot of shit. I can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? I can't do what I want to as a 15, 16-year-old, going to a 16-year-old, you know, and it's a lot of stuff I'm going through. And at times where I was stressed, I would just hold him, and it's not me even holding him. He's actually holding me. He's actually patting me on the back, rubbing my back, like it's everything is gonna be okay. Like it's cool. Just chill, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? But me, I'm
right.
being young, not understanding, and but still aware of what's going on. It's like, okay, hold on. Nigga, did you just hold on? Did you just pat me on the back? Hold on. So, other things, other situations, stuff happen. Like if I was sad about something else or whatever, or if I didn't get this job or whatever, da da da, same thing would occur. And I was just like, yo, like, this is crazy. He knows what the fuck. He's not even talking words right now.
In
It's just
tune.
right, just in tune, I'm just like, yo, this is weird. And then even another thing is with one of my snakes, my first snake, he was the first snake I like really connected with, like on point. Like I put in my hands, he started periscoping, and it was just like people around me is like, oh my god, I never seen that, and start taking pictures and all this other shit. And I'm just like, okay, like all right, whatever. So I didn't really understand that connection, but I still got him because I understood that that was something according to, everybody's response. However, it was one time, where, I got some bad news, from over on home, mom's was, kind of ill. She in the hospital, and I was really sad. I came home and, I don't know, something just brung me to him, and I just took him out of his terrarium, just start chilling with him. They kind of bring me therapy in a way as well. So as I was just chilling and laying down, a lot of times, they would just chill, sit there, mosey around a little bit. After about 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, they'll go off and do whatever they want to do. But him at that point, he didn't move. I was like literally just laying there, just in my mind, thinking about stuff at home for like a good hour. And he just sat there the whole time, was just like, yo, like, I understand what's going on. Like, what's going on? Like,
Right.
I'm gonna lay here with you, and it was real magical. So it's a lot of like experiences that I have with my snakes that's real deep. And that's why, like, I can bring any one of my snakes on, on camera, and they were like, yo, I didn't know that about snakes. I'm like, yo, I can teach you a lot about snakes.
What made you get into snakes?
It was a different form. The communication.
Mm.
I didn't I wanted a pet, but not necessarily calling a pet. I wanted a different, animal with me, but I didn't want the average like a dog or a yes man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't like a dog, kind of would have been almost a cat, but I was like, had cats, did that, been there, done that, cool. I still love cats, don't get me wrong, but I need something else that I really connected with as well. And I always still had a love for, the albino ball python. So that was the first one on the list, and I was just like, all right. But before I, go ahead into, just going ahead and getting everything and buying one, let me do research. So I sat around for about 6 months and I did nothing but research. Like woke up, research. You know what I'm saying? So I, got comfortable to a point where I knew, or where I felt comfortable that I knew what I was doing. However, I did have experience because my older brother and my older cousin had ball pythons as well. So I had, few minor little experience with them, but I never took care of my own ball python. So by the time, I did all my research and stuff, and I, got Yasi, which is, my first ball python, the one I was talking about, things just was easy for me. And I mean, I'm a caring, loving person. So when I think of him, I think of me. So it's like, if I think of any type of species, I think of me, just my life itself. So when people were like, yo, can you put them in the snakes? I mean, can you put them in the tanks together and all this stuff? I'm like, no, why would you do that? Like, if you have kids, wouldn't you give them their own room?
Right.
Right. So their tanks are their room, but their home is my home. Like, I have 2 snakes crawling around my home right now. Nobody would not even know if I don't even tell them. And it's not like they're going to come out and be like, hey, motherfucker, what you doing here? No, they ain't dogs. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing like that. You just have to understand the energy of the snake. Snakes is actually very solitary, and they want to be by themselves. They want to hide. They want to be in warm places. They just want to do their own thing.
You not scared one might wake up around you one day? Ain't the pythons those real big ones?
Well, you're talking about the retics. The retic pythons are actually one of the biggest pythons in the world. They get to about 24 feet, close about maybe they get over to about 30 feet as well. So those are snakes that get as big as like anacondas and stuff, and the one people would be scared about. But no, I have ball pythons, so my ball pythons don't get that big. The males get about 5 feet. The females get 6 feet. The reason why they get 6 feet because they have to ovulate, you know, and carry babies and stuff. So enough room for the eggs and
Are they heavy?
No, not really. Well, my biggest is like 3.5 feet. Haven't hit 4 feet yet. So, you know, it's still like juvenile, almost hitting 2 years old. So yeah, it's not really that big yet. But I've held like 6 foot, 7 foot, you know, retics or Burmese pythons, and it's still not like they're we have to understand that like when we ask questions like do they bite? Well, everything that have teeth bites, right? But ball pythons, they don't bite as a first response. They're called ball pythons because they coil up and that's a defense mechanism or a relaxing mechanism as well. So their first mechanism to strike at you would not be in a defense as if you're harming me unless you are harming me, right? And if they read your frequencies or your pulse, reasons why they like to wrap around your arm because they're reading your pulse, they won't attack you. It's like, well, it's kind of like that's their land at this point. You are what's supporting them. So it's like that's you fighting the concrete. You see what I'm saying? Now if it's a difference if you're like using your other hand and you're attacking and plucking the snake and da da da. And of course, you know, they're gonna defend themselves and strike back, da 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 da. But it's a different story when they're bringing a whole situation of love and care and respect. So that's basically just what it is. It's love, care, and respect. You hold a snake, you support a snake. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell a snake what to do. Ain't like you can say, hey, sit, snake, and they gonna say, okay, I'm gonna sit here in this chair. No, it's like it's not gonna happen, right? You know, so we really have to be like realistic, you know.
Right.
It's not like a dog. But however, it's not saying that you can't communicate, you can't understand. It's not saying none of that, you know. All my snakes give me kisses on my nose or my face or my mouth, like literally. Like they have personalities and everything. Like I have this one female ball python. She's an all white ivory. This is what they call an ivory ball python. Part of the blue eye leucistics. She I literally was putting a black tint on the back of her tank because when I'm working on a tank, you know, I'll put them on my bed, you know, and I'll sit there I'll sit there right next to me while I'm working on a tank and stuff, and they'll either, you know, just chill or crawl around me and see what I'm doing and da da da. Well, let me show you. Let me tell you, this snake right here have a sense of humor. So the tent that I had came on a roll, so it was like a tent roll. So it had like a little toilet paper roll thing that it was on at its last bit, you know what I'm saying? So I used the last part of that, you know, put it on there, and I put the little roll on the bed, and she was already out just chilling, you know what I'm saying? So for a second, you know, she started going towards the roll, and I stopped to look, and I was just like, what the hell is she about to do? She literally went through one part of the roll, came out of the other side of the roll, and swooped her head up to look at me to be like, hey, Dad, you see me? What the hell's going on? Like, I'm like, oh, do snakes have a sense of humor? Like, what is, like, is you just poking her like, hey, Dad, what's up? I was just sitting there like, yo, like, what's going on? And she just put her head back in and went back through the other side and just, you know, continue doing what she was doing. I was just like, yo, that was trippy.
Looking to see, she could see like the view of what was going on. I wonder how. I think snakes have a certain vision. I heard something about it. I just can't remember something weird with their vision. I think.
Yeah, they got something going on with their vision, and all reptiles are born with a third eye. Some
Mm.
reptiles, they say some reptiles' third eye kind of like just blends in a while, but how the animal people explain it, it kind of make it seems like their third eye is being calcified, but it's not. It's just going deeper into their brain or into their scales. It's just very visible when they're babies.
Mm.
So when I thought of that, I was just like, oh, so they're like our babies. They're really connected to nature because when they use that third eye, their third eye is a sense for them. And that's
Mhm.
what they're not expounding on. I'm like, no, if you say it's a sense, but then you say it's do this and da 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 and da da da. No, hold on, hold on, hold on. When in human motherfucking life did your sense calcify on you?
Right.
You see what
Doesn't
I'm
make
saying?
sense.
Right. So I was just like, when all of a sudden you just wasn't able to touch, feel anything, like that don't make sense. Like, no. So I was like, hold on, that that's oh, I was like, yo, they smarter than what we are really told. So
Hmm.
what I experience is crazy because it's like they say, oh, they nocturnal, they this, they that. I'm like, no, that's crazy. I, I I look at my snakes up through the daytime. And if we go Jeff Irwin crocodile hunter, he can show you how he was hunting or not hunting but looking, sorry, cuz he didn't hunt. He was looking to educate us for other like diamondbacks and other rattlesnakes or poisonous rattlesnakes or other just snakes,
Mhm.
and he was just showing us and educating us on snakes and not harming them. But I'm like, hold on, like I know you a breeder. And oh no, see that there you go. Keyword breeder. So you just worry about breeding. So what they do is put these snakes in racks that's staged or set up just like jail cells. And these snakes get no sun, they get no daytime, they get they get treated like prisoners. They don't have an environment that looks like the forest or their habitat, and they get used for breeding. It's like picture yourself being in a tub most of your life, right?
Mhm.
And for once or twice out of a 2-year span, another female is thrown inside your tub for you to mate. I mean, ain't that prison?
Yeah. That's the same way they do it.
Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's a lot to digest when it comes to that area.
Hmm. So yeah, like even just having these steaks, it just gave me a much more, love for just animals and nature itself. Like, sometimes some people could be, on a walk and, a bee could be there and it doesn't mean you mean to step on the bee, but it just could be in your pathway and you can just see it right before you step on it. And sometimes you might step on it,
Right.
depending on who you are. It comes to the point where no, I can't harm a bee. I won't step on a bee. I won't even kill a bee. A bee come buzzing around me, I just chill and let it do what it do. I'm like, oh, thank you for the message.
Hmm. And I don't like kill. I hate insects, but I don't be liking to kill them. I like open the window, try to get a fly out or something. Cause them things, I don't care what you do, they sure try to get in your house. You open the door too damn long, they done ran in or something. But it's kind of crazy to me. So if I get one in the house, I will definitely like try to open the door, open the window, something, let it out. I don't like to like kill stuff because it
Right.
is still a life form.
I keep my balcony door open all day. Flies will come in, they'll go out. I don't have a fly problem. They for some reason they just come in, go out. All right, bam, ain't no shit around here. I mean, my shit clean, so you ain't gonna find no food or anything, no
Hmm.
crumbs, anything. So they in and they out. But I don't own a fly swatter. I don't. No, no. I'm sorry. I'm just open the door and just like, yo, go out. Bees come, go out. You might not can find the, but I'm gonna guide you. Just go over to the door, go out. You good?
Hmm. Yeah, everything has a purpose, whether it's to help clean something or to get rid of certain other things or whatever the case it is. Everything got a purpose. So who am I to disrupt that purpose?
Right. So check this out though. Question, because I haven't really talked about this much. Now on my balcony, I've already had two pigeons that was already born, that was already hatched, came out, and one of them already flew away. There's another one down there, but however, there's like 3 or 4 more eggs down there.
Mm.
What is going on?
Did they what? And you said that a couple of them hatched already, so they came at different times.
Yeah, it was different. At first it was two. Both of them hatched. One of the two flew away already, but one of the two was already the other of the two was still there. And then someone came back. I mean, not someone, but one of the other another pigeon came back and laid 3 to 4 more eggs there.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know what to do because I don't want to scare them away. I want the process to happen. Like I can't shy away from birth. That's just the beautiful thing. So it's like, and I don't want to harm them. I don't want to cause more stress. I don't, like,
Maybe once those hatch, then get rid of the nest.
yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that because they're literally like freshly hatched, like literally like 2 days ago.
Mm. Oh, that's nice. I would like to see that.
I mean, I didn't even know pigeons was this ugly when they was babies. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm. They ugly?
They ugly as fuck when they babies, but it just because it's birth and it's life, it's a child. You know what I'm saying? It's still a beautiful thing. She's like, "Oh, you an ugly little beautiful thing." I think I have a picture too. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, send it to me. In the museum in Chicago, the Science and Industry Museum, they have
Mhm.
a part where they used to when I was young, where they had the chickens actually in the little thing. They had the eggs sitting in there. You could see them hatch. I used to stand there and just watch it. Hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That's right.
You just
See,
see the
that's
little chickens. They so cute when they come out. Man, they so cute.
See, that's what like one thing like I know that's gonna really get me when I start breeding my snakes. And when man, when they hatch, man, I don't know, man. I gotta have people around me. Like, bro, yo. I think I'm a faint, bro. It's just gonna be. I'm gonna just be a happy person in bliss, bro. Like for real. Like I'm like, oh, these my babies. Look at my babies.
Do they come out looking like a snake or like a little
Yeah,
tadpole type? Because they so tiny. Like what do they look like?
yeah. They come out looking like a small snake.
Mm.
Yeah. See, what happened is, all the yolk and the stuff that's inside the egg is
Uh-huh.
basically the food and the nutrients and stuff. So they'll slurp all that and eat all that, well, or consume all of that before it's time for them to really hatch. And they have this little brisket little thing in front of their mouth that helps them create a cut within the egg. So when they're ready to, when they, done consuming the yolk and stuff, they will
Mhm.
actually poke out towards the edges of the egg, and they'll create slits so they can come out, and they'll start poking their head out and things. So
Wow.
when that happens, it's like, okay, they're kind of ready to do their thing. So they'll come out. You probably like wash them off and stuff. They'll go through this 2 to 3 time shedding process because they're new. So
Mm.
and they're growing. So as they grow, they shed. So within like the next like 2 to 3 weeks, they're going to be shedding maybe like 2 to 3, maybe 4 times, just depending on how they're consuming the food and how big a size of mouse or rat that you feed them. So, when they have at least like maybe like three to four sheds, and they took in like their second, third meal, they're able to, go in the market if you're selling them, or, able to, just, go on as a baby snake and live. So it's a beautiful process. It's dope. You get to see the colors change, reasons why some of them are normals, but some of them, a lot of them are called morphs. And those are the morphs because you see color change, pattern change. You might see little happy face emojis. And later on, when they're like older, maybe like 4 or 5 years old, they might, that emoji might turn into a sad face, or the color might change. So I mean, it's amazing things that go on within their whole genome. I love it.
Yeah, and they have the same thing with like all the different reptile species. There's so many different life forms. When you think about it, it's crazy. I'm just thinking now as you was talking about them, I'm thinking, yeah, the lizard, the this and the that. And they're
Hmm.
all, like the same but different. Just like how we all are kind of different.
Yes, yes.
Mm. But yeah, bro, I'm getting a little tired now. It's about 1:30 here. Thank you so much for joining, bro. Appreciate you.
No problem, no problem. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. I saw you going live, so I had to come show some love, support. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you for having me up here. Salute to you. Salute to everybody in the chat and everybody that came through. Much love, and y'all have a great night.
Yes, I had a little small crowd tonight. I do appreciate everyone in the chat that showed out. To make sure they let me know they were here. Robert Jones, my boy J Mai that came up on the panel with us. He always showed through for me. Ricky Young,
Ricky.
Ricky in the house. He ain't come up. He was doing something. Um Hard to explain and ultra light. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for making my chat have a little bit of something in it. Let me know I wasn't here alone because I was like, oh, I don't have no visitors tonight. No. I was expecting company, no, but yeah. But I appreciate you guys showing up. Chris, I appreciate you, bro. You already know. Peace and love. You have a good one. And shout out to maybe tomorrow. We'll see where we link up at.
Peace.
Peace.